Many people ask what the worst part is. It's the waiting. I waited longer to hear back and get a contract than I did writing it. It's just sitting around waiting for it. At the point where actually the last place I sent it to, I told my fiance and my friends, I said, if this doesn't pick up, I'm going to shelve it for a while. And I might self-publish, but I don't have the money for that right now. So I'm just going to have to put it away because it's just too heavy. Like I can't, because it's a desire that I have that's just not working out. But so basically, at the end of July of 23, I had a query letter, I had my sample pages, and I just started sending them out to all of the agents of the authors who wrote books that I felt like had similar vibes to mine. I got one of them to respond and ask for the full, and I was super excited. They read it, and they just didn't get it. And I knew that going in. I was like, I am writing a very out of the norm book. Most people are not gonna get it, and that's okay. And I had to come to terms with that. So then I started sending it to like a buttload of other agents, no responses. And at that point it had been about a year and a half. And I was like, it's not good, like nobody's gonna want it. And I mean, I'd been so distant from the book for that amount of time that I was like, maybe it doesn't matter. Maybe I can let it go and just be like, I wrote it, cool. And when I was in grad school, at the end, I was like, okay, I'm thinking about publishing. Maybe I can use, I'm in an English degree. Maybe I can use my resources. So I had a few alumni from Arkansas who had published books, and I contacted them and what's your advice? And one of them had been published by the Wild Rose Press, which is a smaller New York publisher. So I went ahead and used their contact. I emailed one of the editors at the Wild Rose Press and was like, hey, I know this person. I know they talked to you about me. Would you read my manuscript? And they were like, yeah, they would. So they read it. They liked it, they sent it to their editor, they realized, oh, it's actually not fantasy, let's back up and send it to our historical fiction editor. And then, so it had to go through a bunch of stuff. And then I think 2 months after I handed it to them, I got my contract. And at that point it was like, this is probably, as a first-time author, it's so hard to get published, especially traditionally. So I was like, I have to take this and run.